If you thought Leo Carlsson signing an offer sheet with the Philadelphia Flyers was the biggest news of the day, just wait till you find out the Leafs signed 4 guys. Well, signed 3 guys and re-signed 1. The Leafs have made a bunch of signings, probably mostly with minor league implications, but let's talk about it. Number 1, maybe the juiciest or the one that gets people the most interested, the Leafs have signed goaltender Sammy Clavi. Hlavaj burst onto the scene this past winter as a goalie for the Slovakian Olympic team. He was incredible for them, and everyone was like, who on earth is this guy? Only to find out the team that already had Philip Gustafsson and Jesper Wallstedt also had Sammy Clavi. He had a .907 save percentage and a record of 2-3, and frankly stole the show for Slovakia. Now that is where Hlavaj was very, very, very good. He was undeniably very, very good at the Winter Olympics in Italy. That's where, now you're grading on a curve. Because Hlavaj has never played an NHL game, did not play an NHL game last season. He played at the Olympics, which you could argue is much higher stakes and much higher level of competition. But in the American Hockey League, where he spent the majority of his season with the Minnesota Wild's farm team, the Iowa Wild, he was not good. A 7-11-4 record and a .887 save percentage. That hesitation was me looking down and hoping it was better than the first time I read it. It's not. Also worth mentioning that he played a game in the ECHL last year as well. Here's the thing. It's a bet. It's just a bet. You're looking for a 4th goalie, and by the time camp rolls around, Sammy Clavi might be the Leafs' 5th goalie. You got Sergei Bobrovsky. In every year for at least half a decade, Sergei Bobrovsky has played 50 or more games for his team. He's a workhorse. Then you get Anthony Stolarz, who won a cup with Sergei Bobrovsky, and we know when he's healthy, he's a very good goalie, but when he's healthy is doing a lot of work there. Okay, one of them goes down. Artur Akhtyumov, he gets called up. He just won Calder Cup playoff MVP for the Toronto Marlies en route to a championship. There's your number 3, and he can be sent down and called up. Don't have to worry about waivers. I imagine Artie's going to be playing a lot of games in the AHL this season, but you need more than that. You need at least 4 guys in your organization, and heading into today, the Leafs only had 3. Last year, the Leafs, the big club, used 5 goalies. Stolarz, Wool, Hildeby, Akhtyumov, Caden Primo, which you all forget, and even James Reimer played a preseason game for them. They needed a guy, they got a guy. It's Hlavaj. Minnesota's goaltending situation is pretty good, and it's concerning that not only did they let Hlavaj walk, but he was a restricted free agent who they just didn't qualify. But the Leafs can be pretty confident in their goalie development. Like, they develop Wool, they develop Hildeby, they develop Akhtyumov. They've done a good job. Re-signing with the Leafs is Vinnie Lettieri, who I would be perfectly comfortable having him play NHL games with the team, and with how bad they were last year, I'm kind of surprised he didn't. Lettieri, like Hlavaj, was undrafted, but that didn't stop him from having an NHL career. Lettieri has played in parts of 7 different NHL seasons with a total of 155 NHL games. That's nothing to sneeze at. And those games were with the Rangers, the Ducks, the Bruins, the Wild, and then the Bruins again. Now, he didn't play any games in the NHL last season, but he was a key part of the Toronto Marlies team winning the Calder Cup. In 55 games, he had 14 goals, 28 assists, 42 points, following up a 50-point AHL season from the season before. 50 points in 47 games, might add, because he played 26 games for last year's Bruins. And on the Marlies' Calder Cup run, he was their best offensive player. 11 goals in 23 games, 26 points. This guy vaporizes pucks. He's a right-handed shot. He's listed as a center, but if he were called up to the NHL, who knows if he would actually play center. Listen, this guy's not a prospect. He's 31 years old. He's not a prospect. He is a guy. He is a man. But dude, you need these guys. You do. You know, there's a weird criticism with the Marlies winning the Calder Cup, and this was the case last time, and it was garbage last time, it's garbage this time, that the team was old. Not every Calder Cup team, in fact, most Calder Cup teams, are not just a gaggle of children. They have vets on them as well. Vinnie Lettieri, being a vet on that team, helped the young kids get the playoff experience that they got during this run by being as good as he is. There's no way to paint Vinni Lettieri being re-signed by the Leafs as a bad thing. He's either an NHL option for you if guys get hurt, or he is a very useful vet on your American League team who will help out your American League players. Then there's right-shooting right winger Henrik Rybinski, who is listed on HockeyDB as Henry Rybinski. Another Calder Cup champion. He didn't win one with the Marlies. He won one a couple years ago with the Hershey Bears. Rybinski, unlike Hlavaj and Lettieri, was drafted. He was a 5th-round pick from 2019 of the Florida Panthers. He has yet to play an NHL game, but he's another guy who's put together a decent little AHL career. He's played 222 professional games, all with the Hershey Bears. He's a Vancouver, BC native who played 233 games in the WHL with the Medicine Hat Tigers and the Seattle Thunderbirds. Played 9 games in the BCHL with the Coquitlam Express, 9 games, 1 goal, 11 assists, and 17 penalty minutes. What the hell did you get up to there, Henrik? He just turned 25. He's depth. You need these guys. You needed them last year. Last year, in very early June, I made one of these videos because the Leafs signed like Pizzetta and a few guys. And you go, who cares? And then you look at the view count, and it's a lot. You never know when you're going to end up needing these players. And lastly, the Leafs have signed defenseman, right-shooting defenseman, Cole McWard. He is the 3rd out of these 4 to be undrafted, but he's played NHL games. McWard has actually played in parts of 3 different NHL seasons, including last season for the New York Islanders. It should be noted that he only played in 3 games last year, and his career total is 9. But he does have a career NHL goal. Funny enough, I just went back and watched Cole McWard's first career NHL goal was scored in the first period against the Calgary Flames while he was with the Vancouver Canucks. The player who set him up and got the primary assist on this goal, Dakota Joshua. Is that useful information? No. Not all information needs to be useful, though. Sometimes it can just be fun. That is a rule according to me. Plays D, right-handed, 6'2", 196 pounds. Generally, teams like those. This guy is another Calder Cup champion. He won it in 2025 with the Abbotsford Canucks. So in this group of signings, you actually have a goalie who performed very well at the Olympics, as well as members from the last 3 Calder Cup champions. Last year with the Bridgeport Islanders, in 63 games, he had 6 goals, 21 assists, 27 points. The Marlies just lost Henry Thrun. He just signed a deal with the Winnipeg Jets. He was on that Calder Cup winning team. That eats into your depth. You replace him with a right-hander. That's all right. I keep emphasizing the right-hander thing, but it was, I know this, internally considered to be a legitimate weakness that the Leafs had so few right-handed options. By the end of the season, it was Ryan Twerberg, who was not a regular, but it was William Nylander and Kalle Järnkrok. They lose Järnkrok, and now it's 1. They go out and they sign Roslovic, right-hander, Sissons, right-hander. Who's going to be a big part of the Leafs power play? Darren Radish, they just went out. Right-hander. Am I kind of an insane person mentioning Cole McWard and Darren Radish in the same sentence? Sure. I already mentioned that his only career goal in the NHL was assisted by Dakota Joshua. Teddy Bluger was on that team too. Is that useful information? Maybe a little. It's just fun! So, what do you think? What do you think about any of these signings? Are any of these guys that you considered your guys and you're excited about them? Is it Rybinski? Is it McWard? Is it Lettieri? Is it Hlavaj? Do you think any of them play an NHL game for the Toronto Maple Leafs next season? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. For now, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell your friends. We uploaded so much content leading into July 1st, on July 1st, and now after July 1st. You gotta catch up. On the SDPN YouTube channel, we uploaded a lot, and we had a very long live stream once it was all done. And on this channel, the Leafs did a whole bunch of stuff, not including this stuff, and I made videos on all of it. So fill your boots. I'm sure the news is gonna slow down a little bit on account of it's July, but the content doesn't have to. You got some catching up to do, and I think you're really gonna enjoy it. And now you can brag to your friends that you're super smart about like Sammy Clavi and stuff.